Have you ever wondered how one man's philosophy could shape the world for centuries to come? Let's take a step back in time around 2,400 years ago to the vibrant city-state of Athens. Here, a young man named Aristotle began his academic journey, a journey that would leave an indelible mark on the annals of human knowledge. The son of a physician, Aristotle was born in Stagira, a small town in northern Greece. However, it was the bustling city of Athens where he would find his intellectual home. At the tender age of 17, he joined Plato's academy, the intellectual hub of the ancient world. Under the tutelage of Plato, Aristotle honed his inquisitive mind, becoming a standout pupil in a sea of aspiring philosophers. Aristotle's early education was steeped in diverse disciplines, from the arts and sciences to politics and metaphysics. This academic diversity would later become a cornerstone of Aristotle's own philosophical approach, which emphasized the interconnectedness of all knowledge. His unique perspective allowed him to see the world in a way that others could not, and this gift of insight would be his greatest tool in the years to come. Yet it wasn't just the breadth of his studies that set Aristotle apart. His insatiable curiosity and relentless pursuit of truth positioned him as a trailblazer in the world of philosophy. He was an observer, a thinker, and a questioner, characteristics that would fuel his philosophical journey and ultimately lead to his monumental contributions to the world of thought. In the heart of Athens, amidst the grandeur of the Parthenon and the hustle and bustle of the Agora, a seed was planted, a seed that would grow into a towering tree of knowledge, its branches reaching out to touch every corner of human understanding. This was Aristotle, a young student with a burning desire to comprehend the complexities of the world. The stage was set, the players poised, and the story of Aristotle's intellectual journey was about to unfold. In the vibrant city of Athens, where the wisdom of the ancients echoed through the marbled streets, Aristotle, an eager student in the heart of Athens, was about to embark on a journey that would change the course of human thought forever. Imagine being tasked with the education of the future king of Macedonia. How would you feel? Aristotle, the renowned philosopher, found himself in this very position when he was appointed the royal tutor of Alexander, who would later be known as Alexander the Great. A daunting task, no doubt, but Aristotle, with his profound wisdom and insight, was up to the challenge. Aristotle was not just a tutor, he was a mentor, a guide, and a confidant to young Alexander. His teachings went far beyond the traditional realms of knowledge. He taught Alexander about the world, humanity, and the very essence of life. This wasn't your ordinary school curriculum, but then again, Alexander wasn't your ordinary student. It was Aristotle who instilled in Alexander a deep love for literature, a fascination with the natural world, and a thirst for knowledge. He nurtured Alexander's inquisitive mind, encouraging him to question, to explore, and to seek wisdom. The seeds of intellectual curiosity that Aristotle planted in Alexander's mind would later inspire the great king to embark on his legendary conquests. Aristotle's influence on Alexander was profound. He shaped his thoughts, his attitudes, and his worldview. It was under Aristotle's guidance that Alexander developed his unique philosophy of life, a philosophy that would guide him as he built one of the largest empires in history. But Aristotle's impact wasn't limited to Alexander alone. His teachings, his philosophies, and his ideas have left an indelible mark on Western thought. His theories on logic, ethics, politics, and metaphysics form the bedrock of Western philosophy. His works have been studied, analyzed, and revered for more than 2 millennia, influencing countless generations of thinkers and scholars. Aristotle's teachings not only shaped the mind of a future king, but also laid the foundation for Western philosophy. The legacy of Aristotle, the royal tutor, thus extends far beyond the confines of Macedonia, shaping the intellectual landscape of the entire Western world. What would you do if you had the chance to pass on your knowledge to the next generation? In the third chapter of our narrative, we find Aristotle returning to Athens, the city of wisdom and philosophy, around 335 years before Christ. A man of his stature couldn't simply retire in obscurity. Instead, he embarked on the grand project of establishing his own school, the Lyceum. Unlike Plato's academy, which focused primarily on philosophical discussions, Aristotle's Lyceum was a hub of comprehensive learning. It was a testament to Aristotle's belief in the interconnectedness of all knowledge. Here, students were not just philosophers, but polymaths, delving into the secrets of nature, the mysteries of the human mind, the nuances of rhetoric, and the precision of mathematics. The subjects taught at the Lyceum were as diverse as the man himself. From biology to ethics, from poetry to politics, from metaphysics to meteorology, the curriculum reflected Aristotle's wide-ranging interests and insatiable curiosity. But it was more than just a school. It was an intellectual commune where scholars gathered to exchange ideas, debate theories, and push the boundaries of knowledge. The Lyceum was not a place for passive learning. It encouraged active exploration. Aristotle, ever the observer, would often walk and talk with his students in the school's covered walkways, which led to his followers being called the peripatetics, or those who walk around. In essence, the Lyceum was a microcosm of the world as Aristotle saw it, a rich tapestry of interwoven threads of knowledge, each as valuable as the other. It was a place where the mind was not just filled but opened, where inquiry was not just encouraged but celebrated. In the Lyceum, Aristotle fostered an environment of intellectual exploration, creating a legacy that would transcend the ages. His work in the Lyceum laid the foundation for centuries of intellectual development, influencing scholars, thinkers, and innovators throughout history. The spirit of the Lyceum lives on, reminding us that learning is a lifelong journey, not a destination. How would you feel if your writings could influence the course of history? Picture this: an ancient scholar hunched over parchment, quill in hand, whose ideas would ripple through time, leaving an indelible mark on humanity's collective understanding. This was Aristotle, a man whose intellectual curiosity spanned a breadth of disciplines that is truly awe-inspiring. Aristotle's body of work was vast, touching upon a myriad of subjects. He was a polymath in the truest sense, his intellect boldly traversing the frontiers of knowledge that existed in his time. His contributions to biology, for instance, were groundbreaking. He is often regarded as the father of zoology and marine biology, having made extensive observations of animal species, some of which would remain unchallenged for centuries. But the genius of Aristotle wasn't confined to the natural world. Ethics, a cornerstone of philosophy, was another area where his influence was profound. His concept of virtuous living as the path to happiness and fulfillment continues to resonate in philosophical discussions and moral debates. In the realm of politics, too, Aristotle left his mark. He scrutinized the nature of human societies, dissecting their structures and systems of governance. His treatise, Politics, remains a seminal work in political philosophy, inspiring countless theories and ideologies. And let's not forget metaphysics, a field that Aristotle virtually pioneered. He probed the fundamental nature of reality, grappling with concepts like existence, reality, and cause and effect. His metaphysical theories, while complex, provide the bedrock for much of Western philosophical thought. Aristotle's work was not just about the accumulation of knowledge, it was about asking the right questions, challenging established notions, and seeking truth in its purest form. His writings, while ancient, are far from archaic. They are vibrant threads woven into the fabric of modern thought, influencing disciplines from science to philosophy, politics to ethics. Aristotle's works, a testament to his genius, continue to shape our understanding of the world even today. His legacy reminds us of the power of a curious mind, the importance of rigorous inquiry, and the enduring value of intellectual courage. What would you want the world to remember about you after you're gone? A question that resonates deeply when we consider the life of Aristotle, the beacon of ancient philosophy. As the curtain fell on the last act of his life, Aristotle found himself in a place of exile, far from the intellectual hub of Athens. The city that had once been his home, the city where he had cultivated his philosophy, now turned its back on him. Accused of impiety, a charge eerily similar to the one that led to the execution of his mentor Socrates, Aristotle chose self-exile over trial. He left Athens stating, "I will not allow the Athenians to sin twice against philosophy." He retreated to Chalcis, his mother's native city, where he spent the final year of his life. In 322 BC, Aristotle, the man who had spent his life in pursuit of knowledge and understanding, breathed his last. His passing marked the end of an era, but not the end of his influence. And what an influence it was. Aristotle's contributions to various fields, from biology and physics to ethics and politics, have been profound and enduring. His philosophical ideas, his method of logical reasoning, his ethical theories, all continue to shape the way we think, even today. In the realm of science, his classification of living things laid the groundwork for what would later become the field of biology. In philosophy, his writings on ethics, metaphysics, and logic continue to be studied in academic institutions around the world. In politics, his views on democracy and monarchy, on justice and equality, have informed political thought for centuries. His work, Politics, remains a seminal text in political science. Aristotle's legacy is not confined to academia. His ideas have permeated every facet of our culture, influencing artists, writers, and thinkers, shaping our understanding of the world and our place in it. Aristotle might have left this world over 2 millennia ago, but his philosophical legacy continues to echo through the corridors of time.